A pleasant good evening and welcome to Kear Newsline 45 minutes presentation of major happenings in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. Today is Tuesday, March 11, 2025. I am Princess Kamara presenting these are our major stories for what it deems are disrespectful to the House of Representatives Majority Bloc suspends Representative Yeke Kolubai for 30 days, but the Rule of Law Caucus condemns the suspension, terming it as illegal. Liberian Senate demands thorough investigation of Japanese grant to Liberia. Grand Jide County Senator Zoe Penion calls on both a former and current governments to account for monies used over the years. Also coming up, poor waste management in Douala market threatens public health and livelihood as market women blast John Shafar's Monrovia City Corporation over negligence to properly manage waste across the country. And away from Liberia, Islamics has stormed a hotel in the city of Baridwan in central Somalia, and the siege is ongoing. Police and witnesses have said these plus many more still ahead. Let's take a short break. We come back. We join Aloysius Chea for the bulletin of news. Many thanks for rejoining us. Now cross over to Aloysius Chea. Aloysius, good evening.
Reverend Princess, Reverend listeners, the House of Representatives has taken a decision to suspend Montserrado County District 10 Representative Yeke Cordova for 30 days amid controversy. The House's decision follows a report from Representative James Collet of the Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration. The suspension was recommended after Representative Johnson Williams of District 3 River G County accused Representative Cordova of inappropriate and disrespectful behavior towards the House's leadership. The motion passed with a majority vote despite opposition from Representatives Matthew Joe, Emmanuel Dye, and Small Mobile. Following the decision by the majority bloc, the Rule of Law Caucus has condemned the suspension, terming it as illegal. The Liberian Senate has directed its Joint Committee on Foreign Affairs, Public Accounts, and Audits and Governance to conduct a thorough investigation into how Japanese grants to Liberia have been utilized by the government over the years. The decision was made during the Senate's 15-day sitting of the second session of the legislature on Tuesday. It was prompted by concerns raised by Grand Judea County Senator Zoe Penham, along with several other senators, regarding the management of these funds. Senator Penham urged the Senate to hold both former and current ministers of foreign affairs and governments accountable for the use of these donor funds. Also speaking, Grand Bassa County Senator Gbasinga Finlay backed Penham's motion, stressing the need for transparency and good governance in handling donor funds. He called on the Public Accounts and Audits Committee to ensure a rigorous investigation into the matter. Following the deliberations, the Senate plenary mandated its Joint Committee on Foreign Affairs, Public Accounts and Audits and Conference to summon both past and present ministers of Foreign Affairs and Conference. The committee is expected to present a comprehensive report detailing how the Japanese grants have been used. Several marketeers in Douala Market in District 16, Montserrado County, have raised an alarm over the prolonged stay of a stockpile of garbage in the area. The marketeers, many of whom are women, claimed that the situation continues to pose a serious threat to their survivability and livelihoods. They added that despite their commitment to pay $50 Liberian daily, The Monrovia City Mayor, headed by City Mayor John Shafar, has reneged on his sole responsibility to collect waste from the collection site in a timely manner. They complained that a delay in the removal of the mountain of waste from the site by the MCC has further exposed them to diseases, including cholera and diarrhea. According to them, their businesses have been invaded with flies, cockroaches, rats, and other insects due to the huge stockpile of garbage in the area. Speaking in an interview with the station Tuesday, the elderly market women also complained about the poor condition of the business environment. Grand Jeda County District 3 Representative Jacob Dewey has termed the current impasse at the House of Representatives as a national embarrassment. According to Representative Dewey, the speakership of Richard Kuhn is illegal, adding that he should not be making officials told on behalf of the House of Representatives. He added that the failure of certain President Judas Madambio to recognize Richard Kuhn as Speaker is a sign that he is illegal. Representative Dewey called on members of the majority bloc to return to the normal session under the gavel of embattled Speaker Fanati Kofa until the process is legal. He made these assertions on a local radio show in Monrovia Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Grand Jeda County District 3 lawmaker has decried challenges in the health and education sectors. He noted that the District 3 is the biggest in Grand Jeda County but lacks a modern health facility to cater to the medical needs of the citizens. Representative DB stressed the urgent need for an improvement in the county's health sector, reaffirming his commitment to soliciting assistance from partners. The government of Liberia has condemned growing wave of violence against security forces in Liberia. Deputy Information Minister for Public Affairs Daniel Sano expressed concern over the continuing brutality meted against police officers. He recounted that the recent brutalization of an officer along the Johnson Street as part of effort to enforce the no-go zone restrictions imposed by the Liberia National Police is unlawful. Mr. Sanad urged members of the public to refrain from inflicting bodily pains on officers as individuals responsible will be made to face the full weight of the law. An 18-year-old woman identified as Marie Quito has forcefully pulled the penis of 22-year-old Sam Moses, leading to severe bleeding. Marie Quito executed such out during a heated argument Sunday, March 9, 2025, in Tegbo Town, Grand Bassa County. According to the victim's sister, identified as Tiga Myers, the dispute erupted when the victim, who is a motorcyclist, asked his girlfriend Marie to leave and go to his friends, but she repeatedly refused. She said the disagreement over Sam leaving led to Marie handling his trouser and later grabbed his private part with force that caused major injury. Teagan narrated that the two were in a relationship for over 3 years and there has been no conflict prior to the unfortunate incident. Local police authorities have since taken Quito into custody in the district as investigation continues, while the victim is being transferred from the Liberian Government Hospital in Bassa to the GFA Hospital in Monrovia due to uncontrollable bleeding. The short-term empowerment project of the state-owned enterprises has commenced with massive garbage collection across Montserrado County. The SOE Youth Empowerment Project is a flagship initiative of the government of Liberia supported by seven state-owned enterprises to provide short-term employment for young people in three cities in Montserrado County. Head of Secretariat Anthony Maxwell Grisby said following a rigorous and impartial raffle draw for successful volunteers and supervisors, the young people have been deployed at different locations to carry on cleanup exercises. Anthony Grisby added that this phase of the project will last for 2 months with the intention to increase the number for the next cycle. He stated that all participants will receive their duly required compensation without delay. The Liberian Immigration Service has announced the launch of the Visa on Arrival project for Liberia. Acting LIS Commissioner General Elijah Rufus told reporters Tuesday the Visa on Arrival and Re-entry project gears to provide easy access to individuals wanting to come to Liberia to explore the country's vast ecotourism sector for onward economic growth. He furthered that the project aims to strengthen Liberia's presence on the global front in the wake of limited embassies of Liberia around the world. Acting Commissioner General Rufus added that the project will also raise the country's revenue, noting that the visa process will take 7 days to be completed. The Congress for Democratic Change Council of Patriots has condemned the Federation of Liberian Youth and the Liberian National Student Union continuous silence on human rights issues. In a press statement, the group said it is frustrating to realize the two groups have diverted from speaking on societal ills and embark on a new role of serving as a propaganda arm for the Unity Party led government. The group named the shooting of 17 years old Favor and 13 years old James Candy as instances the body failed to speak out. The CDC COP further indicated that the leadership of Lin Su and Fly do not represent the views and interests of the Liberian youth and the student community. The release added that the institutions are powerless to speak out on critical national issues while innocent youths have been killed by police officers. Meanwhile, the CDC COP has reaffirmed its commitment to a further state advocating for the suffering youth of Liberia. And in foreign news, Islamic have stormed a hotel in the city of Beledweyne in central Somalia and seized its ongoing police and witnesses have said. The attack by Al-Shabaab began with a car bombing exploding, followed by gunmen entering the hotel, leading to intense clashes with security forces. Police say at least 4 people have been killed, but witnesses told the BBC the death toll had risen to 10, with the security forces still battling the gunmen at the Kahira Hotel. Al Shabaab, which is affiliated to Al Qaeda, had been working a brutal insurgency in Somalia for more than 2 decades. The raid on the hotel took place as politicians, security officials, and traditional leaders were meeting to discuss plans for an offensive against the group in central Somalia. Well, Princess, that's the latest in the news bulletin. Is back to you for continuation.
Many thanks to Aloysius Chea for the Bulletin of News. The Bulletin of News is a regular feature on Kear Newsline. One of the big stories we found this evening, poor waste management in Douala Market threatens public health and livelihood as market women blast John Shafat's Monrovia City Corporation over negligence to properly manage waste across the country. Let's now bring you voices of the actual newsmakers. Our first development. House of Representatives has taken a decision to suspend Mosorado County District 10 Representative Yeka Kolubai for 30 days amid controversy. The House decision follows as report from Representative James Collett of the Committee on Rules, Order and Administration. Here is a highlight from the House of Representatives Tuesday's session. We sincerely apologize. We cannot bring you that actuality. Straight to this development now, the Liberian Senate has directed its Committee on Foreign Affairs, Public Accounts and Audits and Commerce to conduct a thorough investigation into how Japanese grants to Liberia have been utilized by the government over the years. It was prompted by concern raised by Grand Jita County Senator Zoe Penu, along with several others, regarding the management of these funds. Also speaking, Grand Bassa County Senator Bwesonga Afeni backed Penu's motion, stressing the need for transparency and good governance in handling donor funds. Here is Senator Penu along with his legislative colleagues speaking. His Senator Pelon speaking. House of Representatives has taken a decision to suspend Masorado County District 10 Representative Yeka Koluba for 30 days amid controversy. The House decision follows a report from Representative James Collett for the Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration. Here is a highlight from the House of Representatives Tuesday session. A highlight from the House of Representatives Tuesday session following a decision to suspend a Montserrat County District 10 Representative Yeka Kolba. The Grand Jida County District 3 Representative Jacob Debby has termed the current impasse at the House of Representatives as a national embarrassment. According to Representative Debby, the speakership of Richard Cohn is illegal, adding that he should not be making official start on behalf of the House of Representatives. Representative Debbie called on members of the majority bloc to return to the normal session under the gavel of embattled Speaker Funati Kofa until the process is legal. He made his claims on the radio talk show in Monrovia Tuesday.
You need simple majority to elect him. But to remove him, there must be a reason and there must be a number of questions to remove him. If Glenn said, you must be 49 to 10 of you must be able to agree to remove him. But there are procedures in removing him. You must have this resolution. You have a complete brought on the floor, put it on the agenda. And the speaker will recuse himself when that agenda comes. Will be made on the floor and pass on to the rules and administration. They will look at it and invite the person before. And then after that, the findings will be submitted to plenary. And at that time, will again take after we have agreed with the findings and recommendation debated, the person accused be given the opportunity to examine himself. And then we will take a vote on the floor. 49 of us will say yes, and I yield will say yes, then we move him. It's not few persons getting up one day and say they don't want to speak up and going to sit down somewhere and say they are the people. And then the executive.
Meanwhile, the Grand Jide County District 11 lawmaker has declared challenges in the health and education sectors.
So obviously the challenges I think are numerous, but the most concerning ones are the health and the education part. Many of my teachers were volunteer teachers. Fortunately for me, I've been able to speak with the Minister of Education. And this budget year, many of them have been placed on the payroll. So that has I helped to minimize the hardship and the, the constraints when it comes to earnings. So the next thing is the health. My district is one of the, I mean, it's the biggest in Grand here. but we don't have a medical center. We don't have a adequate medical facility to to save my population. Something like that.
Jacob Debbie, the others, a Grand Judea County District 3 representative. The government of Liberia has condemned growing waves of violence against security officers in Liberia. Deputy Information Minister for Public Affairs Daniel Sando expressed concern over the continual brutality meted against police officers. He recounted that the recent brutalization of an officer along the Johnson Street as part of efforts to enforce the no-go zone restrictions imposed by the Liberian National Police. Deputy Information Minister for Public Affairs Daniel Sander with concern over the continual brutality meted against police officers. The Liberia Immigration Service has announced the launch of the Visa on Arrival project for Liberia. Acting Lays Commissioner General Elijah Rufus told reporters Tuesday the Visa on Arrival and Re-Entry project gets to provide easy access to individuals wanting to come to Liberia to explore the country's vast eco-tourist sector for onward economic growth. He furthered that the project aims to strengthen Liberia's presence on the global front in the wake of limited embassies of Liberia around the world. Acting Lays Commissioner General Elijah Rufus there speaking to journalists. Several marketers in Douala Market in District 16 have raised an alarm over the prolonged state of stockpile of garbage in the market. According to reports, the market has been stockpiling garbage their survivability and livelihoods. They added that despite their commitment to pay 50 Liberian dollars daily, the Monrovia City Corporation, headed by City Mayor John Shafad, has reneged on its sole responsibility to collect waste from the collection site in a timely manner. Several marketers in Douala Market, District 16. Well, folks, if you just tuned in, as a reminder, you're listening to Kear Newsline, a 45 minutes news presentation on major happenings, Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. Today is Tuesday, March 11, 2025. These are our major stories. For what it deems are disrespectful to the House of Representatives Majority Bloc suspense Representative Yeke Kolu for 30 days for the Rule of Law Caucus condemns the suspension terminate as illegal. Liberian Senate demands a thorough investigation of Japan's grant to Liberia. Grand Jide County Senator Zoe Penion calls on both former and current governments to account for money used over the years. Poor waste management in Douala Market threatens public health and livelihood as market women blast John Shafat's Monrovia City Corporation over negligence to properly manage waste across the country and away from Liberia. Islamics have stormed a hotel in the city of Bariwan in central Somalia, and the siege is ongoing, police and witnesses have said. Let's now join Fatumata Bari with the Passion of Light Sports. A good evening, Fatumata.
Good evening, Princess. Good evening, Liberia. Vision Basketball Liberia is set to launch the Monrovia Madness All-Star Basketball Festival, a 4 days tournament that will take place between 2nd to 6th April at the Samuel Kayando Gymnasium in Pinsville. The tournament will feature 10 teams that will compete for a title called Who Owns Monrovia. The teams are termed Dupont Row, Old Row, Bannersville, Gardnersville, Logantown, Newcrewtown, Broville, Central Monrovia, Cinco, and ELWA. The 4 days tournament will kick off with a one of a kind music festival, an official Basketball matches will kick off on April 3rd, and the finals will be set for April 6th. The tournament will include exhibition matches between four old timers basketball clubs and two female basketball clubs. The winner from the 10 outfits tournament will have a basketball court built in their residency. Here is Vision Basketball CEO Jake Kabakoli when he announced the tournament.
This basketball is exciting to announce its groundbreaking season of Yoga Madness All-Star Basketball Festival. This festival was host to a very competitive basketball tournament which will bring together 10 vibrant teams around the Yoga area to celebrate basketball and friendship. Please join us as we create an unforgettable experience that will showcase talent, teamwork, but most importantly, community. The three communities will be competing for a trophy under the title Children's Glory. Our goal is to revitalize the message of competitive basketball event, showcasing emerging talent while fostering community and camaraderie among active and inactive young players. Our vision extends to emphasizing the significance of education and the holistic development of basketball.
According to Mr. Kabakoli, the goal is to make the Women's Monrovia tournament an annual tournament. The under 17 national team has departed Liberia earlier today for Egypt to participate in a training program headed by the Technical Development Scheme. The program is fully sponsored by the Egyptian Football Federation as the LFA were tasked with just providing tickets. This is as a result of LFA boss Mustafa Raji's long-standing relationship with the Egyptian Football Association president Hani Abu Rida. The team will stay in Egypt for at least a week. The Liberia Football Association First Division leagues return today in March Day 22 of the league season. First, league runners FC Fasel maintains their position in the table after a 3-0 win against Global Farmer at the Doris Williams in Grand Bassa County. The soccer missionaries have now scored 10 goals in their last two matches and conceded just once. They now have 44 points in 21 matches. Having 11 are now well placed in second position after defeating spot contenders Discovery Sports Academy 3-1 earlier today. MVPI ability opened the score sheet and placed them ahead on a 2-1 after Discovery's equalized while Nick Jr. sealed the win. They are now with 38 points in the table and 6 points adrift league runners FC Fasel. Mighty Barrow picked up a comfortable 2-0 win away to Pinzo FC at the Samuel Kayando practice pitch in Pinzo earlier today. Old Lady Invincible 11 toy continues as they remain in the relegation zone despite securing a point away to Blackman Warrior in their 0-0 draw at the Tusa Field in Ghana's. FCB Mountain secured a narrow 3-2 win against a struggling Liska as the Shipping Boys' troubles continues. Liska are now 10th in the table, equal on points 25 with 9th place Blackman Warrior, but separated on goal difference. Having 11 maintains second position in the table. Watanga claimed a 2-0 win away to relegation threatened Freeport FC, while Shatta FC and LPRC Oilers shared the spoils 0-0. Away from Liberia, Manchester United has thrown its support behind the government growth agenda by announcing its intention to pursue a new 100,000-seater stadium at the centerpiece of the regeneration of the Old Trafford area. The stadium and wider regeneration project have the potential to deliver an additional 7.3 billion per year to the UK economy, which brings large-scale social and economic benefits to the community and wider region, including the possible creation of 92,000 new jobs, more than 17,000 new homes, as well as driving an additional 1.8 million visitors annually. Conceptual images and scale models of what the new stadium and surrounding area could look like were unveiled on Tuesday by Foster Plus Partners, the architecture group appointed to design the stadium district. These will provide a master plan for more detailed feasibility, consultation, design, and planning work as the project enters a new phase. Paul Pogba 1.5 year ban has come to an end, and today, and he is able to play professional football moving forward. Paul Pogba was banned for 4 years due to using stimulants and was later resentenced to 18 months of ban. The suspension period begins September 11, 2023, and came to an end earlier today. Marcel, sides from MLS and Brazilian Premier League are said to be interested in signing him. Champions League returns tonight in its second leg of the quarterfinals as Barcelona are currently leading Benfica 2-1 with a 3-1 aggregate score. Liverpool will host Paris Saint-Germain at 8 p.m. at Anfield with a goal advantage. Inter Milan already have a 2-0 lead against Feyenoord before a ball will be kicked tonight at the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza in Milan. Bayern Leverkusen, in an all-German affair at the Bay Arena, will look to come back from a 3-0 deficit against Bayern Munich. Princess Kamara, that's the news from the sports desk.
Fatumata Bari with the passion of life sports. Let's now bring you more developments. An 18-year-old woman identified as Marie Quito has forcefully pulled the penis of a 22-year-old Moses, leading to severe bleeding. According to the victim's sister, identified as Tigra Myers, the dispute erupted when the victim, who's a motorcyclist, asked his girlfriend Marie to leave and go to his friends, but she reportedly refused. She says the disagreement over Sam leaving led to Marie handling his trouser and later grabbed his private part with force that caused major injury. The the victim's sister there, Etiga Miles, a Grand Crew County Senator Yumani Batikwad, has requested the plenary of the Liberian Senate to invite the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, Public Works, and Finance Development planning aimed at providing explanation on the delay for the implementation of critical road projects. In his communication address to Senate Pro Tem Yomli Kanga Lawrence on Tuesday, Senator Batikwak recalled that on December 10, 2018, ECOWAS Bank for Development and Investment signed an MOU with the Liberian government to provide US 100 million sponsored by the Indian government for phase one of the Coastal Highway project. In 2021, he says the African Development Bank made additional commitment to the government to provide financial support for the pavement of 60 kilometers of road from Keloport, Kenyan, River G County to Putuken in Grand County. Additionally, Senator Batikwa stressed that the 40-kilometer road corridor from Calocan, Maryland County to Fishtown, River G County, which began under the sponsorship of African Development Bank, has been abandoned 2020.
Center a communication through Okina Senate, requesting that almost body like Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Public Works, Minister of Finance, planning because of what we observed, which is the unprotected nature of donor funded projects, growing projects specifically in the country. For instance, the Greco, the Indian government funds through the African ECOWAS arrangement for investment development to provide 100 million United States dollars for the commencement of the Coastal Highway, and that agreement was signed since the 10th of December in 2018. From that time up to present, that will have started all efforts to talk to the Minister of Public Rights to engage the government of India is yet to yield any result. And while the government of India promised the government of Nigeria to develop, help to develop our coastal highway, and that project is just being delayed protractedly. The people along that route sets the car excited to see that road being developed. Now we're there, there are two overhead bridges. I want recent information.
Meanwhile, our legislative reporter says Senator Batikwa's communication was sent to the Joint Committee on Public Works, Finance, Foreign Affairs to look into the matter. A report back to plenary. Straight to this development now. Tomorrow is Wednesday, March 12th, the second Wednesday in March, and the day will be observed as national holiday. Every second Wednesday in March is observed as Decoration Day. We have a report.
On Wednesday, March 12th, gather at various cemeteries to honor their deceased loved ones as part of a solemn tradition. The National Legislature in 1916 passed an act that made declaring every second Wednesday as Decoration Day. Decoration Day in Liberia is a national holiday that honors the country's heroes and heroines. It's celebrated on the second Wednesday of March each year. Every second Wednesday of March each year. Every second Wednesday of March each year. Librarians clean and decorate the graves of their loved ones. So, ma'am,
Oh, well, from that report, that's how we wound down the curtains on Kear News Line. And before leaving, a recap of our major stories. For what it deems as disrespectful to the House of Representatives Majority Bloc suspends Representative Yeke Koluba for 30 days, but the Rule of Law Caucus condemns the suspension, terming it as illegal. Liberian Senate demands thorough investigation of Japanese grant to Liberia. The Grand Jide County Senator Zoe Penning calls on both a former and current governments to account for money used over the years. Poor waste management in Douala Market threatens public health and livelihood as market women blast John Shaffer's Monrovia City Corporation over negligence to properly manage waste across the country. And away from Liberia, Islamics have stormed a hotel in the city of Badawine in central Somalia, and a siege is ongoing, police and witnesses have said. Many thanks to all of our editors, contributors, reporters for making today's edition of Kia Newsline a success. Thanks for your listening, viewing role. Lee Monju sat at controlled and produced the sounds. Aloysius Chea was here with us with the bulletin of news, including the foreign development. Fatuma Tabari brought forth the passion of life sports. Many thanks to all of you who follow us, those who left comments. For more news, you can log in tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for another edition of Kia Newsline. On behalf of the news team, I am Princess Kamara. I presented a good night from the newsroom.